Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I forget what this one's called. I already forgot. The Nouveau. I can't say that word. I don't even know. Nouveau. I'm just embarrassing myself, I'm sure. I love that they did this little tab. It makes it super easy to open. Normally you'll have this, and it's hard for me sometimes if I have my nails and stuff. But with that little tab, it just pops out. I love that. I love when brands do that. I know it's the little things, but it's the little things that matter, you know. When I ordered it online, it did, or on the Anastasia website, it did come with this free little pouch, just a clear plastic pouch bag. It does retail for $55, and I did pay the $55 on the ABH website. I still recommend that you buy it from either Ulta or Sephora to make sure you're getting your Ulta or Sephora points that you can apply to redeem for, you know, samples or gift cards later on and stuff. This is what it looks like. So these are much larger pans than the old Anastasia formula, or I'm sorry, palettes. Let me just get one to compare for you guys. So just the outside packaging. This is my sultry palette. So they are the same-ish size. It's just a smidgen smaller. But look at the palette, the actual pans. Oh, I didn't realize that. So it doesn't come with a brush anymore. That's kind of the big difference, I guess. The old ones come with this little duo brush. Oops. And that kind of allows more room within the palette for bigger pans. So, I mean, they are pretty huge in comparison. A little brush fell out. I did like the little brushes. I would actually use those a ton. It says the eyeshadows are 0.047 ounces each, or 1.34 grams. I don't know if this one has it. Okay, yeah, the other ones are 0.83 grams. So it is notably bigger. I wouldn't say double, but pretty close. Okay, so just looking at it, I love all the green tones, and I love the neutral peachy salmon shades. Those are right up my alley. These are all wearable greens in my opinion. I do feel like they did too many greens, 1, 2, 3. Oh, this one's kind of an olivey green, or greeny gold. Let's not count it though. 1, 2, 3, and this is a bluish green, but it still has it's called peacock. It has that green brown blue shift. So I don't know, I just feel there's too many greens going on in here, but that's just me being picky. I could have done without the shade that matches my nails. I know that some people really love the Norvina purple, but I just don't see how this pairs up with other shades in this palette. I just really think that it was just a pop of blue, pop of lilac, you know, purple, whatever you want to call that. I just not crazy about that color. I know it seems ironic, but I promise this was actually unplanned. I was just feeling this purple because I do love purple. I just don't love it in my makeup though, you know. I'm very much a more neutral, boring, basic bee, you know, so. I am still super excited to use this though. I just love the ABH formula, and not a lot of palettes have made me excited in the more recent of times. You know, I've been seeing a lot of mauves and rose tones, the pinkies, the purples, you know, all of those tones are the rosés on trend right now, and that's just not me. I'm not a pink, rose, magenta mauves. I'm talking about rich mauves and stuff like that. I'm a subtle, toned down mauve. Occasionally, I can't do the rich rose shades. I'm sorry, it's just not my thing. So when I saw this, I'm like, yes, this is right up my alley. This is definitely something that I would wear. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump on in today. Just wanted to play with this. So I'm gonna go into the shade Fleur. So pretty. Just gonna, oop, it's dusty. I forgot how dusty the ABH formula is. It does have a lot of pickup. But I really don't mind the kick up as long as like the formula is easy to use and blendable and long lasting. And in the past, the ABH formula has been all that, so I'm okay with it. But I do think that some people really don't like the whole kick up thing, and to each their own. I really don't mind though. But if that's something that bothers you, this palette still has that, so. I'm not sure, did they say that they reformulated it? Because I don't think they made an official announcement about that. Loving this shade. It is coming up more pink than this like dusty, like pinky brown. But that's okay. It's still a really beautiful shade. Let me leave that out. I don't want to mix my brushes. And then I'm going to go into the shade Metro. Should have gone with a green look. I could have sworn I was going to go for a green look, and then I just changed my mind right now. I always go for these more neutral shade. Going into a Metro, and I'm just putting that in like my V area right here, the outer V. And then, this is so pretty. So, I feel like it's so easy and boring though at the same time. Like this look that I'm going for. Like, why am I like this? I'm gonna put some right here as well. Why not? Sweeping out this inner corner a bit. Let's go for it. And then I'm gonna go into this really deep shade Muse. They don't have like a matte deep shade, so I feel like I'm just gonna have to use this to like really deepen out that outer corner. On that same brush, I'm gonna kind of go over it, but also like lining my eyeliner or my lash line, you know. Lining that area a little bit. It's still working in a similar way a matte shade would look. It doesn't look super shimmery, which I'm okay with. I'm loving that. Loving this. Oh, yeah. Could you do this with any other palette? Probably. I just think that there's something beautiful about these tones though. It's looking gorgeous. I'm loving it. Smoking out. So gorgeous. I'm digging this palette. Ugh. I haven't played with makeup in a while. Like, I do my makeup every day for work now that we're not wearing masks anymore at work. I started doing my makeup again every day, but I use the same products every day. I have like my work makeup bag. And it's the same stuff every single day, so there's not a ton of room for playing around when... Also, I get nervous about playing around with makeup in my car at 6 in the morning because I'm like, I can't fix it if I hate it, you know? So that's why I kind of go for things that I know. I'm not loving this shimmer, though. I grabbed the color Isle, and it looks very, like, peachy gold in the thing. And I don't know, it's looking a little yellow swatched, so... You go into the shade Lily. That one's kind of like a duochrome, though. I'm not loving that one either. Oh, but no, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay. It just looks really duochrome-y, like a greeny pink shift. So I thought, oops, my hair clip fell. I thought it was going to look really greeny on my eye, or swatched as well, and doesn't look, does have a little bit of that green, but it's not like overpowering. You can definitely see it more on my finger, that greeny shift. So, but it still looks really pretty. They do feel a lot more dry than I remember their shimmers to be, so I'm kind of surprised about that. Like, it came out a little chunky, like a little chunky and dusty. Both of them did, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Just, a lot of it is just coming up a little dusty, if that makes sense. That's really pretty. I don't want to put it like, I want to do it more like a halo, like in the middle, not so much on the inside. That's so pretty. I'm digging this. This is so pretty. Just cleaned off my brush a smidgen, hopefully. And I'm going to dip back into the, you grab this Fleur shade again. You run that on the lower lash line to kind of blend out those smoky shades. I know my brush doesn't look clean, but I promise I'd use my color switch to clean it off. Kind of smoke that out. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of both of these shades. The Fleur and the Metro. Tap off the excess and kind of blend that out a little bit. I don't want it to be like a harsh line. Yeah, very much like that. And then grabbing this Metro shade, I want to blend out the outside as well. Blend that all together. And then same thing, just going over everything we already did. Going to the shade Muse. Kind of smudging that, making sure all of these tones are really defined. Because I feel like when I added the shimmer, kind of went over the darker areas, so just want to layer them a bit. Yeah, love that look. Oh yeah, loving it. So pretty. So smoky. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this brighter shade. As much as I don't like it, this Isle shade, I'm gonna put this right here on the inner corner. Just to kind of brighten up my eye area. Also, I'm going to grab a little bit and put it on the center of where I put the other shade, just to really brighten it a little bit. Just to give it some like highlight, I guess. I really don't want to like overpower or whatever. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back and I've finished my look. I just added a little bit of liquid liner and then my mascara. a little bit of lip liner, and a gloss. So, oh, obviously, some bronzer, blush, and highlight. And yeah, this is the finished look. all the beautiful shades in here. I went for the most basic neutral ass look, and I'm so sorry about that. It's just what I was feeling today, even though like I literally sat down and like thought I was gonna go for clearly a green look, and I went neutral, of course. So I am really sorry about that. But I mean, I've seen a lot of people review this palette and go straight for the green looks. So I mean, I'm not the only review out there, but I can just tell you one thing. Just like my summary of this, this is the usual, oh my gosh, ABH formula. I think minus like the shimmers. I do feel like they're a little more dry than I remember the ABH formula. It's still really similar, but something about it is just a little more dry, a little more fallout and chunky. But like the mattes are either the same or very, very similar that I can't really like tell the difference. They perform exactly the same as I remember them. It has been a minute since I've used an ABH palette, but it's just consistently good. I know I just did use two of the matte shades, and this is like a satin. I wouldn't consider it a shimmer just because it does have a lot of more of like a matteness over a shimmer. I was able to use this in a similar way I would use a matte shade, and it performed really well, and it wasn't like reflective. Like you can't really see like a reflectiveness where I had the smokiness. So yeah, I guess I only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the shades of the 12 shades in this palette. So I mean almost half, but still I still really enjoy everything that I used. Still very, very beautiful. I don't have any complaints, but I feel like the quality kind of went down a bit just in the shimmers. So it is kind of sad to see the price of the palette go up to $55. I think they used to be, oh gosh, I can't remember. I think like $50. Correct me if I'm wrong, or maybe like in the 40s. I'm like, were they in the 40s? I can't remember how much the original palettes were, because I do feel like they recently also in the last few years had a price increase of the palettes. I remember like on Instagram seeing somebody in like some articles that their prices did go up like a couple dollars and so. But like $55, oh my gosh. I mean like inflation stuff, and I kind of want to say like, yeah, like you have to kind of understand brand pricing going up over the years, but I don't understand why they would change the formula of their shimmers though, because like I said, like they're just a little bit more powdery than I remember, and that I didn't realize like in the middle of finishing my face, I did see more fallout that I don't remember having with the other ABH palettes. So especially the shade, that one had a ton of fallout. It was all over my nose, like so much around my nose, which I thought was really weird, but I think it was maybe when I was like smoking out my lower lash line or something. But I just, and I saw a lot of like the green shimmer of this one, of the duochrome one. So I don't know, I saw like green sparkles on my face, and then I had to like work out. I don't know, there might be some still, but you can't probably see it on camera. Like, it's really, really good. The old ABH matte formula, amazing. But like, I'm having a hard time recommending it, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's good. It performed well. The mattes are incredible, per usual. Like I said in the beginning, the pan sizes are significantly bigger. I would have to guess like at least 60%. I'm just throwing out a number. Just a decent size bigger. But you get no brush. And I feel like I would rather have the brush format. I actually do... Maybe not this one, because Sultry is one of my least used palettes. but I would use the brushes in my other palettes a ton, especially during traveling. So I don't know, that's just my preference. Like, I do love this layout had they kept the original formula though. But if you're gonna like step down the formula, at least of the shimmers, which she has a ton of in here, you know, there's 6 shimmers in here, or I guess, I don't know, are you calling a satin a shimmer? Probably not. I don't know. And this one kind of looks like the satin formula too. I can't really tell exactly. But like, these two, which I thought were like probably the prettiest and like more what I would gravitate towards, are a little more powdery. And it's just like, with the kind of like the competition out in the market right now, I just feel like you need to be stepping it up, not stepping it down. Like, I know they probably like made it more cost effective to kind of like make it the palettes more profitable, like removing the brush and then maybe like stepping down their formula, hoping that we wouldn't notice or that it would be good enough. And I just don't think the shimmers are good enough. Like, again, like I said, I just tried 2 shades. But like, I'm like scared because these were so powdery that I had to like go in with a light hand. I'm scared to like touching the other ones without, you know, that one. Yeah, like they're just, I find it hard to explain. Like, that one was not as bad. Okay. So wings felt really nice, but it's not as like thick and heavy. Oh, that one also, I don't know. Like, some of these feel more chunky and powdery than others. So, okay. Yeah, those, I'm telling you guys, they're hard to explain. Some of these are like powdery. So when I swatched wings, it felt super creamy. And then I went to swatch Belle and Hope, and these two, Belle and Hope right here, were also like crumbly and dry like this. But Isle and Lily, I think Lily being the driest one, which is also the more like topper, fluorescent, kind of like pow in your face one as well. That one being the driest, and then Isle. And then Belle and Hope also being super dry. Wings and Peacock felt super smooth and creamy. These two, like the iridescent green brown one, and then this little pale green wings were super creamy and soft. So it just seems a little inconsistent. I'm so sorry about the loudness. I don't know, I really wanted more from like their palette comeback, you know, from them. It's not a bad palette. I don't think that anyone would buy this palette and be like subculture and like regret it and be like hate it. But I just had higher expectations for the palette myself. Like, I love ABH, and I was just hoping for something like to remind me and pull me back to how I used to love ABH. It used to be one of my favorite brands and palette formulas, and I even went as far as collecting all of them at one point. And now, the last few years, I've kind of decluttered and kind of kept just my more favorite ones. I stopped with the collecting thing, but I really thought I would love this. And I do really like the look I made today. I just don't know if it's like worth the $55 price tag, and I don't even know if I can recommend it to other people. Like I said, I don't think if you would buy this that you would hate it or regret it. I just don't think that it's anything incredible. Like, I want to like really condense my collection down, and I feel like I want things to be better. You know, like, I want this, like, I want to keep this because this is the best of this. The best of this color story, the best shimmer formula, the best matte formula, the flawless, you know, just beautiful, effortless, you know, can't make a mistake with this one. It's just easy to work with. And this one, while I feel like in that aspect it is like, I don't feel like I can make a mistake with this one probably. Like, the greens look like they would go well with each other really well. I just feel like it's not anything special. So, I don't know. it's just me. The color story is really beautiful, but like I have a Lorac palette with greens and these peaches and like even more neutrals, and I just don't know. I don't know if I just I don't know if I can recommend that one to anyone. Like it's just okay. Like if you're an ABH collector like I was at one point, like I said, no regrets, but I was kind of disappointed. I wanted something more from them, like something, yeah, like to bring me back to 2016 or something. But I mean, I have no regrets though. I am happy to have purchased it. I'm glad I have it in my collection at this moment and that I tried it again just because it's been so long and I was super interested in it. But I probably could have done without it as well. Like I would have been okay. So that is just my opinion. Now let me know down in the comments if you have tried it and let me know what you guys think. Am I completely wrong? Do I need to dip into some of these greens? Let me know. I love the packaging though. I love the green. It is like a high quality paper though. It's just not, I just want to let you guys know that too. It doesn't feel like anything extra, you know. It's a nice high quality paper, so. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. Did you get your hands on this? Were you able to like snag this like on a deal or something? And let me know. I had to pay full price and it was kind of hard to like pull the trigger. But like I said, no regrets. I feel like anyone who buys it or has it in their collection will be content with it. But yeah, I'm just a little let down. So I love you guys and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!